Well, hello there, magic monsters. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I didn't change my audio. No wonder. All right, there you go. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hello, magic monsters. I need to have a hotkey to change the audio to get the music to play properly through all this. And in fact, I think my settings are fine for all this. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh. Last couple nights, I've been watching my friend's kids. And so I've been on my laptop screen, which is right here. And it's small. It's probably 1/5 the size of this other screen in front of me, which is massive and beautiful and wonderful and glorious. Well, it's not a new game. It's a demo, dog food. And so I've been writing all these documentation because Projectile Factory is getting closer to being ready. It's got documentation. I'm pretty sure I'm done with the majority of the code. There might be a few small bugs here and there, but that's part of the process. I do need to. I've written down quick start guides. I haven't recorded them. I did this while I was at my friend's house. I couldn't. It's very tough at the friend's house because on my small is the wrong word. It's a 16-inch MacBook Pro screen. It's a very nice screen, but it feels so small compared to this glorious LG ultra wide that I invested in a couple years ago, and it's wonderful. And I couldn't concentrate. And then I was trying to do some a support work on the game modules, and suddenly there was a random bug that shouldn't be there. And I was like, wait a minute, what did I do wrong? What did I break? And I couldn't figure it out because I was going back and forth between the screens. Usually I have them all up right here and I can see everything. So anyways, first world problem right there. I didn't have my giant ass screen. It is a giant ass screen. It's an LG ultra wide, and it's their one that's higher DPI. Can we see what it is? It's an expensive computer. I got this M3 thinking it was going to be faster, and maybe it is, but I don't know. It's an LG ultra wide 39.5 inch. Whoops. 39.5 inch 5120 by 2160. Higher DPI because I realized that all the other ultra wides are low DPI. And that wasn't going to do it for me because I'm used to the Apple screens, which are very high resolution. So this one is good because it looks high resolution from the distance I'm at. But so I invested in this one. It was a good purchase. But I'll tell you, Jihad, for the years I was just going from library to coffee shop to library to coffee shop on a MacBook Pro screen, and that was perfectly fine. That's what I did. I didn't have another screen. But then, that was now 7 years ago. Then I got the day job and I changed to an iMac since I was no longer going to coffee shops. And then when I suddenly found myself wanting to go to coffee shops again after the pandemic, I switched to MacBook Pro again and got this thing. And that has been, amazing. Oh, that's pretty fast. The screen matters. I've looked into, for the laptops, I've looked into those little wings you get on the side, but they all the reviews are kind of crappy on those. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. If you go to infinitypbr.com and you click on this See All Assets button, you'll come to the Asset Store page with my affiliate link, which I always appreciate if you all use my affiliate link. But there's two things on sale right now. One thing on sale right now. I thought this was still on sale, but I guess it's not. I thought this was part of the $20 sale, but it's not. So I guess I lied to people in the email. This is part of the $20 sale. It's $19.50 for 4 characters. That's less than $5 a character. That's a good deal no matter how you slice it. So yeah, check that out. 87% off. And all these, if you got $20 in your pocket or in your wallet online, there's a lot of $20 assets right now. Some cool stuff. Some also stuff that's probably not so cool, but you be the judge. Sometimes I like to see what the least selling thing is. If you scroll down, you kind of see the least selling stuff at the bottom. So the least selling stuff is, wow, wait a minute. Oh, this must be Publisher of the Week. This must be the publisher of the week because these aren't $20. But if we look for the lowest selling $20 thing, maybe that's this one. Modular stylized cyberpunk is the least selling $20 thing. What is the publisher of the week? It looks like Cars. I'm surprised that's not selling more. Anyways, publisher of the week. $20 promotion. That doesn't seem like a very good name. Ooh, that's an unfortunate logo on a white background. Engine Sounds. One person studio. They say one man studio, but it's 2024. So we should say one person studio. New release discount. Sometimes I like to look at the new release discounts to see what's cool, to see what's popular, but also to see what's new. All right. I've seen all these. That's why I'm not clicking on them. But let's see that what's new. Published date. Stylized medieval characters. Are these AIs? No, it doesn't look AIs. Those are very stylized. It's an interesting look. I'd like to see them in motion. Are they motion? They're rigged with 500 plus animations. Here's the thing. $16. 500 animations. Now, I'm not an animator. I pay people to do my animations. If I wanted to get 500 animations done, it would cost me $30,000, $40,000, something like that. It would cost a lot of money. Most of my packages, the animations, I get 15 max, and it cost me $2,000. So I don't know. They can't sell Mixamo animation, so if it is Mixamo doing all the work, then they're breaking some rules. Now the other option is maybe they're just not the best animations. Because if you do no animation and you go really quickly, then it doesn't really matter. I mean, and these hands are just, their hands aren't doing anything. So the hands aren't animated. It looks like they're in the same pose every time. So I don't know. These are okay animations, but they're not the best. So maybe that's it. Maybe they're just really quick at making quick animations. Honestly, if I had the skills, I would be pumping out art left and right. But it just seems like 571 unique animation clips seems a little crazy to me for one 3D artist in France. But more power to V Magna, because that's pretty neat. Vincent Magna. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But pretty neat. So maybe he's just been working on it for a long time for his own game, and this own game didn't work out too well. By the way, speaking of own games, Dark and Darker Mimics. My friend Jason Wyman, you guys may have heard of him, was saying his kid was like, hey, those are the mimics he stole the mimics from Dark and Darker. Sure enough, Dark and Darker, this game, uses my mimics. And what's funny is they didn't even change the name of them. They just used all of them. They were just like, okay, we're going to use all of the mimics and just put them all in the game and just keep the name exactly as they are in the asset package. Is it an asset flip? No, it's not an asset flip. That's a silly thing. But these are the Infinity PBR mimics after all. So that's neat. All right, so let's get to it. Wait, I forgot to look at the rest of these. Demon Swordsman, Winter Exploration Music, Country Woman, Flower Girl. I mean, that's a little on the nose. When I think of a flower girl, I think of a wedding. Maybe that's just my Western sensibilities. But that seems a little on the nose, flower girl. Countrywoman. A demon. Swordsman. Hello, I'm a demon. Uh-huh. That's what it sounds like. Better music and better music 2. Does that mean better music 2 is even better than music 1? $15 buildings. Interesting stuff. A lot of stuff by this person all at once. Cinti animation package. Music. The problem with the music is AI music's existing these days. I'm not going to listen to it because of copyright potential issues, but it's very difficult now. And it's going to get worse. I think it's still okay, but it's going to get worse about knowing who's making real music and who's making AI music, because AI music is coming into its own. Anyways, all right. So this is what we're doing. Let me just show you what we got. It's not much yet. It's not much, but it's something. Oh, hello, Scott Hendricks. It's been a while. Oh, I keep forgetting, by the way, Wednesday nights. This is what we're doing. So obviously these are not. There's more to do, but we can also move. Can you tell we're moving? We're also in 3D space. And then as we move, the gun looks stupid. So I need to figure that one out. But we're in 3D space. I got a skybox. The gun looks stupid as we're moving. We need a particle to indicate that we're moving. So that's what's going on. Yeah, we need a particle to look like we're moving. But there's a lot more to do here. So I'm annoyed by the stupid particle thing. I tried doing late update. Maybe I need to do late update for the movement. Let's try that. What do I have here? I have on our space turret. I'm calling it a space turret for now. Input controller, mouse look movement, input controller. Movement controller. That's what we wanted. Let's do this in late update. Or maybe, yeah, well, or fixed update. I don't know. Nice. I try to make cool editors. Hello, Mark V. All right. So let's move now. See, no, it's still doing it. See? Well, first I'm moving the wrong way. I thought I was moving forward. So that, and then the silly other. Everything looks weird now. Why is this? Is this because? Let me see. Let's look at the actual object here. We have our main camera. I have to focus on it. We're flying. Let me restart. So we have our main camera. This is what it looks like. Well, yeah, it's the spawn particle's weird itself too. But we have our main camera here. Let me turn these 3D gizmos off or down. I don't want them off. I just want them smaller. All right. Our laser barrel there. So the camera's there. It's kind of facing up. It's upside down. And the barrel's underneath it. But they go together, right? See, they're in lockstep. Now we're facing us. Oh, well, part of it could be that. That's weird. Look at that. Maybe I should use a different particle. So these are Projectile Factory particles, by the way, or projectiles. I just threw some from the demo scenes from integrations, the demo integrations. So maybe we should go to the Arcanor sci-fi arsenal ones. The bullet ones are very simple. Let's see what that one does instead. Alright, well the spawn particle is too big, but let's move to the side, see what happens. Alright, so maybe, well, these are still... Okay, so there's a few things. Maybe we need to adjust this a little bit. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit. We're going to start by... We're going to use the Arcanor ones because I like those ones, so we're going to use those ones for this demo so we don't have to use too many. We're going to move this to a projectile. We're going to call this Asteroid... whoops, we're going to duplicate it first. Don't make that mistake. Asteroid. Bullet blue. All right, and move that to our projectiles. And then we need this and this to be duplicated. Asteroid. Reason why I'm duplicating these is anyone who gets this might not have the full integration, but they will need to have this other particle package to make it work. I'm not making a game demo that is just plug and play. You can just use it. You gotta buy other assets for it because the whole point is to demonstrate the use of it. So we're gonna change these out, replace with a copy. This is a neat part of Projectile Factory. Since this, if I change anything here, it would change all the projectiles that use this muzzle, which is really just one. But we're gonna replace with a copy here, and then that will create the object and replace it. Now it creates the object there, so we're gonna have to change it and move it up here instead. And then we're gonna go back to here and replace this with Asteroid. This is the muzzle. And then the other behavior is the bullet impact. And again, same deal. We're going to replace this with a copy, Asteroid. And then we can select this to find it. It's a collision behavior. I'm going to move that to the collision behaviors up here. I already had a folder for it. Open this up and change this to Asteroid. Impact blue. All right, so the muzzle now needs to be changed because this muzzle was too big, right? I think we all can agree on that. Oh, it was this one was too big. So, let's see. Particle system. Duration, size. We're going to make that 0.2 to 0.4. The big flash, size. Oh, 3D size, huh? Let's say 0.3, 0.2, 0.5, what is that, 0.35, 0.33, 0.33. All right. That's much smaller. Save it, press play, see what happens. All right. It's still huge. Why is it still huge? Oh, I know why. Because we didn't change the actual projectile here. In the... I think I have a bug. This keeps going to trajectory start at the start, and I think there's a bug because that keeps happening. Asteroid. Bullet blue. There we go. Now let's try it. Still too big. I'm gonna have to make this tiny. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a muzzle flash in space, but there's also gonna not be sound in space, so whatever. Is there a cool... Does anyone know if there's a really cool spaceship interior type of thing on the asset store that I can just throw in? I'm gonna have to eventually. And specifically, I would like it to be able to have upgradable bits. Like more muzzles or more flashy lights or something to make it look like you've upgraded your space turret. All right, so these are going to be made even smaller. Cut it in half or more. 0.15, 0.1, 0.25, 0.17, 0.16, 0.16. I don't know. It still looks big, doesn't it? Too big? Is it too big or is it fine? I don't know. Okay, now let's move, and it's a little okay. It's a little better. The problem was with the other one was it was aligned, and that didn't work as a line. And these need to move faster. And maybe there needs to be a trail on them. Do we have a trail in this package? Because I want to use the same package, right? Particles. Anything that says trail, 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 trail. I don't see any trails. No trails. That's fine. All right, so going back to our projectile, we can easily make this faster. We have speed 100. We're just gonna use speed 250. Press play. See what happens. Now they're much faster. All right. I don't like that sound. You thought it was fine, huh? All right, good. I'll keep it for now. For now. But we'll find out later if you're wrong. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna slow this down just a little bit. We'll do speed 200. And now, what was the other thing I wanted to do? I'll have to deal with the laser thing later, because here's the problem. I'll tell you what the problem is. If we throw in another projectile, in fact, I'm just gonna throw in a bunch just for demo purposes, and then we figure out what we want later. Just throw in a whole bunch, not laser beam, laser bolt, laser bullet. That sounds like a thing that flies. Lightning, I can't remember. Liquid, no. Plasma, sure. See what that looks like. Rift, sure. Ring around the roses. Rockets sound amazing. Sharp sounds dangerous. Shockwave sounds like it might shock us. And sparkler sounds flashy. The other thing is I don't yet have a way to do the next one, so we're going to go to our probably input controller. Yeah, and we'll do header. We'll do projectile spawner settings here, and we're going to do public key code next projectile is going to be key code tab, and public key code opposite key is going to be key code dot left shift. Do you understand where we're going with that? And then we will do try change projectile. And in this one, we're going to say if come on, AI, help me out. Yes, if we don't have the key thing, the next projectile, but if we're going to say, well, if input put dot get key, not down, but get key, opposite key, then we will say, well, we're not going to do if. That's incorrect. I was incorrect on the if. What we're going to do is this. Okay, so if that, then -1, otherwise 1. So the next projectile takes a step value, and we're going to go, if we're holding down shift, we're going to go backwards. Otherwise, we're going to go forward. That should work. Okay, so we got this. Left. Now we got this. Whoa, that is... muzzle flash is not okay. Okay, that part's all working. The muzzle flashes are not... Okay, see, this one's nice because this projectile seeks out ones. So I suppose this one will be one that you get later on. Oh, the radius for the seek is probably pretty low. But that's nice. Ooh, that's neat. From this perspective, all the muzzles look different than in the demo scenes. These ones are seeking out too. Oh, but they're not colliding. That's interesting. Oh. That's interesting as well. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. All right, whatever. We'll go with this one for now. But we have the other ones on deck to be URLs. No, you didn't. You're just gonna have to tell me. High-res spaceship creator. Free sample. The URLs don't. I don't think YouTube allows the URLs. High-res spaceships creator free sample. Spaceships creator. Let's see. Oh, I think I've seen these ones. Well, free sample, huh? You don't say. What does it look like from the cockpit, though? That's what it looks like from the cockpit. Well, that might actually help with some of the issues about the view of the stylized spaceship megapack. Okay, I'm going to add this to my assets because it's free. And then we'll do sci-fi turret constructor. By Slavazi. Well, do this have space turrets? I think I did see this one the other day. It doesn't look like it's spaceship. Stylized spaceships mega pack. Oh, interesting. These are stylized. I need a cockpit. All right, here's some cockpits. Well, why would I buy Spaceship Cockpit 1 when Spaceship Cockpit 2 is out? You know? This person has a lot of different spaceship cockpits. They must really like making spaceship cockpits. Mm-hmm. If I was making a VR game, that would be cool. But I'm not. So what would the view be here? Like this? Problem with this is then I would be forced to like put stuff on this display. If I could remove that display, then this one might be pretty okay. But also, do I want these to move? Maybe. I don't know. All right. What was the first one we went to? Sci-fi creator. We'll just do that. Let me bring that in real quick. That might solve the issue with the lasers not looking right. Package manager. We're looking for high res. That's enough keywords for that. The Z. Do you think they did high res with the Z to be cool? Or because they didn't know that that's not how it's spelled? Or maybe it is spelled like that in other places. I don't know. It could be me that's wrong. I've been wrong a few times. The big spaceship creator, builder. Sounds pretty big. The big spaceship builder. Triple brick. Those are big. This is what I need for eventual, like, bosses. What I really need is just the cockpit. All right, let's import this. See, always look to see what you're importing before you import stuff. I don't think I need the scenes. I don't need those. I need everything else. Import. Okay. Now, let's look at it. Prefabs. Examples with interiors. Cockpit. With interior, without interior. With interior. Okay. Without interior. Oh, we want the with interior. All right. Let's do that. Let's take our space turret. We're going to throw this on top of our space turret. Then we're just going to kind of position this wherever it makes sense. Well, now all my post-processing is messed up. It's okay. I don't think we need post-processing depth of field for this game. So that's actually a good call. Let's change that. Post-processing profile. We're going to call this Asteroids. I was trying to think of what kind of game I want to demo this with, and I was going to do like 1942 but with dragons, but then I decided I didn't want to do that. Or 1943 with dragons. Whatever you want. Alright, we're going to use this one on the demo. And that means we can turn off depth of field. Alright. And while we're at it, I also have the color grading very different. So maybe we can change that a little bit. It was very set up for the other thing. All right. All right, that's fine. Everything else look okay for now? Fine, fine, fine. Yeah. Everyone agreed? We're all in concurrence? Okay. So now we need to change our laser barrel. That doesn't work there anymore. So instead, we're going to put it down here. See, here's the thing. There's no colliders on this, right? Is there a collider? Let's make sure there's no colliders. There's a collider. Let's turn that off. So it doesn't really need to be outside, right? Oh, that's nice. Is this aiming thing accurate? It looks pretty accurate. Helped me shoot that thing. I also haven't figured out what the game is yet here. Okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. For now, at least. Oh, I see what you mean. And that's a good point. The muzzle flashes don't matter at all now. All right, so we can do that. We can go to our projectile. And turn off this. We'll just get rid of it. Everything else is fine. All right. Did the muzzle flash have audio on it? I think it did. Nope, it didn't. All right, so these are also exploding in a line, if you haven't noticed. Ah, and they need to collide with the ship too. I don't know. I kind of feel like a more open cockpit is better. And now it feels like this isn't accurate. Why is it not accurate anymore? Oh, it's not accurate because it's not accurate. That's why. What is that? It's an interior detail. The HUD. This needs to remain centered in the screen if we're going to use it. And we need to make this white. Let's make it emit light. How about that? Oh, that doesn't work. What's going on here? Well, hell. Oh, I see. This is supposed to be like a projector of that. I get it. But this is blue. I want it to be bright light white. But then it does that. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll do fade. There we go. That's better. That's better. And then we need to keep it centered in the screen. So what is this exactly? It's actually a mesh, huh? All right, so let's make a script. We're gonna use the AI for this, so hold on to your pocket change. Center mesh in screen. We'll do header options. We're going to do public bool z distance. Oh, not bool. Float. And we're going to do this -1. And this is going to be tooltip. Distance from the name of the object of the nope. If -1, the distance will not be affected by this script. And then we're going to do header plumbing, camera. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's see if that works. Move it to its own script, though, its own little file. We can actually make this to be less than 0. That's a little bit more clear. All right. Particle emitter might not be. That's a good point, Tech Dave. Should be centered on the left and right, but it's not centered on the top bottom. Oh, I didn't even add it to the thing. Center, mesh and screen, target camera. Press play. Okay, so that did move the target, and now it looks very centered. But interesting. Nope, it's still not centered. Is it because what's the deal? Is my spatial reasoning off with this cylinder? Maybe I need the laser barrel to be a child of this object. Maybe that was it. I needed the laser barrel to be a child of this object. Alright, that's fine. We'll go with that for now. The tough part will be when I've got two laser barrels. Like, what if I just copy this? Will it work? No, it's only doing one. All right, let me undo then. We'll deal with that later. Okay. The next thing is motion particles. Right? What's the best way to do motion particles? I suppose it's just like a local particle thing that projects particles towards the camera. Doesn't have to be in, well, it kind of does have to be. Speed lines. Space for Unity. Do you remember that from back in the day? It's from way back in the day. I bought this almost 10 years ago. This one has motion lines, I think. But this is also very old. So I don't want to trust that it actually works. You know what I mean? Because it only requires Unity Free version. Doesn't require Unity Pro. Maybe that's why I need volumetric atmospheres. I could bring this in. Or not. I'm not sure. So let's try this. Let's do a particle system. What are we going to emit? We're going to emit, I don't know. Duration is 100? I don't even know. It's going to be very slow. Emission's just going to be 1. Speed 0. Color over lifetime. Do this one. Make this color really down there. What is this? Why can't I see this? Because it's down here. Somewhere within this range. Make this color really down there. I'm talking about really down there. All right. Not that clouds. Clouds B1. Clouds B what? That's not right. Clouds 2. All right. Color over lifetime. All right. Let me just space fog. Space fog. Let's put a few of these out there. I don't think this is going to look right, but let's just press play and see what happens. Where's the space fog? Suddenly I was looking in the wrong... There's some space fog. Alright, so you can kind of see it. Let's update these sizes to be huge. Maybe 50. Put them further away. Where's some space fog? I don't know. I feel like we're going to need a lot of space fog to make this work, or it's going to have to be huge, even huger than 50. I can't see any space fog. There's some space fog. I also need to figure out to maximize the speed and to also deal with what happens when we go really far away. This space fog needs to be even bigger. So, what's the right way to do space fog? I just like calling it space fog. That's ultimately the only thing I really enjoy right now is saying the words space fog. The other issue is that they stay looking towards the camera, and that's a little weird, right? And then that happens. So the other thing is we could make it so it doesn't actually move at all. So you're really in a space turret that doesn't move. You just rotate. But I don't know. I don't know about the space fog. All right, let me work on a different thing for a second. I'm going to do the asteroids explosion. Do we have an explosion particle that I can make use of? Not this one. I don't know what that was all about. All right, we're gonna do that with that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do asteroid, and then move this to the proper place. Didn't I have? Where'd my particles go? Oh, I've been moving them here. I've been moving them to the wrong spot. Particles. Duplicate. We're going to call this data objects. And then we're going to call this collision behavior. And call this spawn behavior modification. And put those inside data objects. Alright. Collision behavior. Asteroid. Spawn behavior, asteroid, projectiles, asteroid, or particles rather, asteroid. There we go. Asteroid for projectiles. We need one for projectiles. Create projectiles. All right, that Oh, we have another particle. Did I do the same thing again? I think I did the same thing again. All right, none of those. All right, this is what we're looking for. All right. Fire missile, impact, red. We want no gravity on any of these. Glow, dust linger. All right, and then we want to make it big. So we'll make it 4 to 8. Make everything bigger. 16 to 20. This is not going to be that size. Well, we can make this 0.5 to 1, but we actually need the emission shape to be bigger. Radius point. Yeah, maybe not. Let's see. Restart. All right, we'll just go with that. All right, so our asteroid 1 is going to have a new explosion. I should probably do it on the prefab itself. All of these are going to have the same new explosion. Oh, the other thing I need to do, however, is make sure these work with the object pool. I guess I can do that later. All right, so now all of these, no, that didn't work. Asteroid. No? No? I thought we saved it. No? I did. Oh, I had the wrong tab selected. All right. Let's see if these look okay. And then we'll do the right explosion. They also sometimes spawn way too close. They didn't spawn to do explode to do. We don't need to destroy it. Well, we will. Debug.log. Use pool. I just want to make it look good first. There we go. That's much more exciting. All right. All right. I'm going to change the speed of all these asteroids. 1, 1.5, 2, and tiny ones will be 2.5. All right. So asteroid motion, we're also going to have a target position radius, public float target position radius, min equals equals 20F. That's going to be minimum from the player. How do we make sure that this is... Oh, I know how we can do. Var distance equals... distance equals random.range. There we go. So, there we go. Choose new target. We'll make this a property. Public float target distance. Random distance. Or random position distance. A radius. There we go. Nope. Random.range between target min, target max. Then we can just use that down here. And that right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of cheat a little bit. Oh, you see, no, Greg, I didn't. Am I recreating the wheel here? Am I? I might be. Am I recreating the wheel? Let me know if I'm recreating the wheel. If I'm going batshit crazy and should just use your tutorial series instead. I bet it is. I'm just making it up as I go. I was going to cheat here and say public bool max distance from player equals, oh, it's not bool, float, is going to be like 1,500, something big. Oh, thank you, Greg. But then we have to track that, so maybe we won't do that. I don't need to do that right now. All right, use the pool, huh? All right, let's use the pool. Using you. Do your fingers ever go up on the wrong keys? Using static Infinity PBR. No, Magic Pig Games. Dot projectiles. Dot pool. Projectile pool manager. So instead of instantiate, we're going to try get it from the pool. So var, well, let's see if I can remember. Pool. No, let's go to the docs because I have the docs. Let's see. Did I write the docs well? Let's find out because I'm about to use them for myself. Getting objects from the pool. Instantiate new projectile prefab. This one. Projectile prefab. Get instance. If null, do that. All right. So we're going to say var new object equals projectile pool manager get from the pool. Where are we getting in from the pool? This prefab. If the new object is null, then we will do this. All right. And then we will do new object. All right. So that should get it from the pool, and to put it back to the pool, we're going to direct to the pool. Put back game object. So we're going to say projectile pool manager.instance.put back game object this dot game object. Delay 1 second, 1/10 of a second, sure. Doesn't matter. Let's see if that works. Well, that was too close, wasn't it? I'm trying to get my mouse back. Okay, so what do we have here? We have anything in the pool? No. No asteroids in the pool. We have bullet impacts, but no asteroid ones in the pool. Why? Whoops. I don't even know what direction I'm going. Oh, use this. No? Do I have extra destroy logic? Destroy. I do. Got hit, destroy this. Oh. Oh, I'm doing two different things. All right. Got hit, then put back in the pool. And then this one is the explosion instance, so we need to do that too. I'll just copy this code. Okay. There we go. There we go. And we don't need to do the destroy on this one. Well, we could actually. We can just do this and make it 1. So there's another script. There's a script I could put on the object that will automatically put it back in the pool, but this is here too. Oh, there is one on the asset store, actually. I didn't import it yet because I want to demonstrate bringing it into the project, Tech Dave, but you're getting the idea. All right, no more bugs, no more red bugs. All right, do we have asteroids in the pool? We do have asteroid. No, we don't have asteroids in the pool. We need to destroy these, by the way. We have an asteroid in the pool, 1 asteroid, 2 in the pool. Look at that. It's off again. Is it because I'm moving too fast? It could be because I'm moving. All right, so a couple things. I want these bullets to destroy themselves after a certain amount of time. Where's my bullet? Bullet. It's up here. Projectiles. We should add a new behavior called destroy. Delay destroyed 13 seconds. Let's do 20 seconds for this. Now, I think that means these will be destroyed in 20 seconds. It's not centered again. I'm confused. I think we do. I think the pool does that. I learned that lesson early on. But why is this happening? Why is it not centered on the target anymore? But let's see. Or do we have... I keep forgetting to hit the escape. We do have things going back in the pool. That's nice. So we should see these come out of the pool now. And then some of them will soon, yeah, be going back in the pool. Okay. So the pool's working there. There's some slight motion there. No, I don't... Oh, yeah, look at that. They are wiggling about, aren't they? What do we get when we retrieve it? I think... Oh, maybe we're just not doing the reset. Maybe that's my issue. Get from pool. Get from pool. Instance. Put back. Instance. Get projectile. Okay, so when we get a projectile, we do that. We get retrieve from pool. Yes. I didn't reset. Reset projectile. This happens when we return to pool. Wait a minute. This whole unique ID thing is just not used, I think, right now, but that was when I was debugging. Okay, I guess I have to do that. We're gonna move that to our... I swear I did do that somewhere. Because I ran into those issues. Where did I do it? Did I do it on a behavior? Reset. Well, it kind of makes sense to do it, but the projectile doesn't know if it has a rigid body at all. All right, this is what we'll do. We're going to add a private rigid body. And what we'll do is say start find a rigid body on this object or its children. Because it could be on its children, for all I know. I could have just typed that, but I didn't. All right, and then on the reset projectile, if that does not equal null, then we're going to do that, and we do the angular velocity too. All right, so I did those somewhere, but I think it was only on some behaviors that required rigid bodies. All right, so the issue is that they're still being wiggly, but I think the issue might be that it's, I don't know, that we're moving is probably the issue, because as I move, I'm now moving left. No, it's hard to tell. As the more left I move, the more it looks like it's off. And then if I move forward here and then go up like this, it's off even more. Yeah. So it's the motion of the ocean is the issue. It's the motion of the ocean. I still don't know if I want to do the movement. Is that the way to do it? Add the ship's velocity to the projectile? The projectile, however, is the movement for the projectile is actually not physics based. It's just saying move forward. So what we could try is doing instead a spawn modification, simple physics velocity add. So now it's moving with the velocity value. You're gonna have to make these movements even slower. But it also looks like it's turning. Is it using gravity? Do I have gravity on? Let's see. I don't have gravity. So why is it turning? Sweet. Sweet. More spam phone calls. What is simple physics velocity doing? All it does, gets the rigid body. Do we set gravity? Ah, there we go. Let's make this a bool. Public bool use gravity equals true. So we do set it. And then what we're going to do is a new one that inherits from this. And it's going to be inherit velocity. Do we want to inherit the philosophy? What is this? Maybe my eyes from that distance saw like massive B, and I was like, what? All right, so inherit velocity. So all right, inheriting the spawner of the spawner. I love the AI, by the way. On spawn, we do that. Spawner dot rigid body. All right, that's something we need to add then. Do we have a way of doing this? Okay, so we don't yet have that. So let's do a property for that. Where's all our properties? Well, public, rigid body, rigid body, rigid body. Var spawner velocity. Oops, velocity is equal to spawner dot Oh. Yeah. Wait a minute. Projectile spawner is a projectile spawner. This has rigid body now, right? Where did I add rigid body to? Oh, I added it to this. I need to add it to this. I was in the wrong script. That's why I was. At first, I was like, oh, I guess I did have a rigid body, but no. Private rigid body, and then start. There we go. All right. That should do some tricks. Still going off to the side. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't change the stuff. I do that all the time. I don't know about you all. Do you do that where you change scripts but then you forget to actually change it on the things that deal with it? And actually, I forgot to do even this. I just need to move. I need to move inherit velocity. Move this to its own thing. I also basic. I want to change this because I used to call it basic projectile, and I just call it projectile. That was an annoying refactor when I had to change that. All right, and then we will change our. We'll add our spawn. Behavior mod create. I need to change all these to be correct. There we go. And asteroid physics inherit velocity. Use gravity is going to be false. Going to then our projectiles. Changing out this and removing that. Now press play, see what happens. I believe it's inheriting the velocity. Oh yeah. There you go. You're a genius, Greg. Hey Greg, has anyone ever told you you're a genius? Everyone, Greg's a genius. Does that mean if I use the laser thing, it'll work now? Because I kind of like the laser better. Do I like the laser better? I don't know if I like the laser better. I just... Let's see. Which one was it? I think I was using Vulcan. Whoa. Well, it would need to inherit something else too. Alright, that's fine. Maybe they have, huh? Well, let's make these asteroids blow up correctly. Because right now they're spawning, but they're doing it randomly. I thought this was gonna do it in a random direction, but it doesn't look like it. This is meant to spawn to add force in a random direction. I don't think it's working. I love that you can misspell things to the AI and it just knows. Check your rigid body. Okay, let's change it. Let's just make it face a random direction then. Maybe that will work. Okay, so we're rambling now. Now let's just add force in the forward direction. That seems more straightforward to me. Right? And we should probably, yeah, that's fine. We can do this though. If equals null, then we'll assign it. Or maybe we'll do a new private void set rigid body. If that does not equal null, then we'll return. Otherwise, that equals get component rigid body. There we go. Oops. So we'll do set rigid body here instead. All right. Let's see if that does anything. Rotation specific. Do they appear like they just go in lines? Or do they appear like they're going in random directions? Maybe I was inspired to make this game because I was watching that the airplane show on Apple TV with the World War II. I forget what it's called. Masters of the Air. Okay, now it looks like it's more random, but it still kind of looks like it's on a line or something, or is that just my imagination? They're going in different directions, but none of them are coming towards me is the problem. Or maybe these two are. The other thing is I kind of want to cheat a little bit. They do always look like they came out. Oh, the lasers. They might be rotation specific. I'm not sure exactly how those work. They might actually be images for all I know. It's a different particle package from the asset store. So what I want to do is for the asteroid, for the got hit, I kind of want to keep track on if it's alive. So I think what we'll do is going to be like public bool afloat what would be the term? Invincibility while it was fresh. Just spawned invincibility equals 1f. Invincibility. And private coroutine. No. Private void enumerator. Yeah. Enumerator. Just spawn invisibility. Yield that. Private bool invincible equals false. We will do invincible equals true. Yield that. Invincible equals false. And then if invincible, return. And let's make this a property for the funds of it. I guess we can make this a auto property. Yeah, I always forget to do that. All right. And we have to start coroutine just spawned coroutine. There we go. Because the issue is if I shoot a lot of bullets, and I might just shoot all the little ones, and I want them to not get all shot at once, you know. So maybe the invincibility needs to be a little less than 1 second, but they do appear to all be going in a line, right? Is it my imagination? Are they colliding with each other? What's the deal? But they're not all going in a line. That's the weird thing. Now I'm moving, so it's hard to tell. Good shot. All right, well. All right, let's make a game out of it now. This is the problem. It's not yet a game. All right, let's bring in North Star. Let's do that. Let's not make it a game. Let's bring in North Star. North Star tracking. North Star. North Star navigation. Import. Even with my own stuff, especially with my own stuff, don't import everything. What do I actually need from here? Not that. I don't want to overwrite anything. I'm going to have to update this package too. I don't need the README first. Don't think I need the demo. The rest I'll keep. I don't know how this is going to work in a 3D space. I think it will just work, but we'll find out. I'm going to go to my own documentation, by the way, to remind myself how the heck to use my own stuff. North Star documentation, quick start. Adding the UI prefab. Create window. Game object North Star, create window, and dock the window. All right. Dock the window. We're going to dock it over there. Next step. Maybe the buttons to add navigation bar, compass, or radar. I don't need a navigation bar. I'm not going to do a compass or radar. I just want overlays and edge overlays. Okay. All right, there we go. We got that. Now, set objects to be tracked. Compass, radar, tracked objects. Tracked target overlay component to them. All right. Tracked target overlay. Target type. Asteroid. We'll just keep it as default. Not change anything and see if it works. I don't think we need a custom one if you choose to override them. I think we are good on that. Let's see if it just works. Wouldn't that be amazing? If it just works, then I'm going to be very proud of myself. Wow, everyone. I'm very proud of myself. I have to say, I actually am proud of myself. I constantly doubt my own abilities, and in this case, my abilities totally worked. So, here's the deal. We do need to customize it because we want different settings, but I'm very happy with myself right now. You don't even know. 3D in my homebrew radar. Height lines. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm a genius. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. And close this tab now. Uh-oh. Oh, that was probably... What is this? A null reference. Oh. This doesn't matter if we're not using the navigation. So... Oh, interesting. I need to change this on... I need to change this on the actual thing. So let me quickly do that before I forget, because I will. North Star navigation. All right. What was the class again? It was on North Star overlay. Wait a minute. I did fix it. Did I download an old version? Or did I never upload a new version? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Let's see. Let me go back to the project. Back to the package manager. I didn't see the update. Oh, now it says update. When I first looked, it said re-download, not update. Now it says update. So I got an old version. That's fine. What did my colleague say? I will do that, colleague. Dear colleague. Dear colleague. Today, by the way, is cold. It only got up to 50 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's now 45 degrees Fahrenheit and raining. But tomorrow's a high of 55. Then 2 days of highs in the low 60s. And then 3 days of high in 72, 75, 79. And then low 80s. Summertime is here, baby. Makes me happy. Summertime makes me very, very happy. So again, yeah, we don't want those. We only want North Star tracking system. I don't know if there were other things I fixed, but... Oh. Nice. The same ship, huh? Is it because it was free? See, here's the problem. I understand this publisher put this on for free. It's a sample, though. I think they even called it sample. But I'm not going to buy the real one. This is perfect. Why would I buy the real one? Oh, there you go. See, there's threads in everything, isn't there? All right, so we have the track target overlay on this. I'm going to copy this component. Actually, no, I'm going to set this up first. So we need to do a North Star overlay settings. Create folder, North Star overlay settings. So create North Star overlay settings. Come asteroid. So the asteroid, we'll change the sprite later, but what we need to do is the opacity curve. Closest distance on the left. Let's see. Distance. Turns the minimum maximum distance for activating the screen overlay. So we'll do 500. I don't actually know what it needs, but we will also do 50 for this and 0 for that. And then opacity curve, we're going to go the opposite. And we're going to go pretty steep. This one. But this needs to be elbowed. What's the No, what's the nope. How do you make it so it's just straight? I don't know. Maybe we need another one of these. Maybe that's what the deal is. Yeah, probably. All right, that should work. And then the size curve, we're not going to use the size curve. Well, maybe use the size curve. We'll see how that works. Closest on the left. Save that. Well, we won't save it. We'll add that here. Okay. Will that work? It's still doing the old one. It's supposed to fade in as I go further away. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Overrides. That's what I'm missing. I never opened that. All right. Screen overlays. Yes. 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 We will do that. We will override those. We're gonna override that. We need to be populated. See, I'm nice to. It's nice of me to have put a nice little helper here, right? Nice and sunny, Tech Dave. I like the sunny part. Although if it's gonna rain, I just want it to rain a lot. We'll use those. Oh, this should match that. Give or take. Override those. Not using the navigation bar. Everything else should be the same. Whoa. All right. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And as I get closer, we should see them disappear. Whoa. Wait a minute. Are they that far away from me already? Where is my position? Never actually looked at my own position. Oh yeah, look at my position. So interesting. I guess one trick, and maybe Greg, you can give me your thoughts on this. Since we're in a void, it doesn't really matter how fast we're actually going. I could cut the velocity down by everything by, you know, to 1% of what it is now, and the result will feel the same. Vancouver Island sounds cold all the time, so 55 sounds hot then. But that won't work because then I have to do that to all the projectiles and stuff. So I guess maybe that's not. We'll just make it 5,000. I just didn't want to see them disappearing. We'll change the icons. The speed, though. Where are they all? Am I moving super fast? I need to do a clamp on my movement, I think. Yeah, I need to clamp my movement. All right, let's do that. How do you handle movement, Greg? And all that for the spaceship. That was weird. Why did it restart everything? I thought I had this open. Did I close it? I may have closed it by accident. Your engines control the propulsion. And how do they work? So you went straight real physics? The other thing I could do is just slow down motion as we, so add drag. Can you post it in the Discord? And I can bring up your Discord chat. Let me see what the last thing we talked about was. Might need to hide stuff. I'm going to send some GIFs your way. There we go. So now if you post it in Discord, then I can see your code. I am okay with the motion now, I feel like. But I think we could add some drag. At least as an option. We can always turn it off later. Public float drag. Whoops. Apply drag. I love the AI these days. Oh my gosh, it's kind of silly. Right? Is it kind of silly? It's kind of silly. All right, let's see how fast it takes us to slow down. I think I should move the barrel further up. Anyways, so we're moving. We slow pretty fast. Okay, I'm gonna put our stuff up here. I'm gonna delete most of this. Delete. We're gonna do speed. And remove that. Scripts. Create UI UI speed. Namespace magical pigs. And yeah, except not quite. We need to do a public rigid body so that we can make this an auto property and then get it from UI speed. Wow. Apply, save. Oh yeah, too far from the origin. That I was thinking about how we would need to do a trick. I clearly need to do some we need to do a trick where if you go too far, everything moves further in, right? Is that essentially basically putting everything in one object? Then you can just move that one object to... No. I don't know. Some asteroids, when they get too far, will just disappear. And then something. But how big are we talking about? Like, you know. What's the scale of that issue? What was I going to do? I was going to move the barrel higher. Maybe that's too high now. It's weird just to see the ship rotating around like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it for now. But I want to go fix the floating. Here is going to be var speed rounded equals that. I have to round that times 10 divided by 10. That should round to 1 decimal point, if I'm not mistaken. It does not. Oh, I probably didn't make it use human error. All right, so looking at our speed here now, if we can actually go faster, we'll do 10.001. All right. I feel like we need to move this to late update, maybe. Okay. 5K. That'll be abridged. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Now we're in Star Wars. Or Interstellar. Alright, so a couple things. The asteroids are not supposed to be coming that close. They're not supposed to be spawning that close. Target radius, min-max. Oh, that's the target. Ooh. Random position. No. Random position. Radius. Position randomly. Oh, this is supposed to be based on the player. So it's supposed to be positioned within a certain amount of the player. And in fact, even the choose new target is supposed to be within the player. Okay, that one's working. All right. It's a little bit better. All right. Let me fix. I did the whole change this and then change the settings and then didn't save it because of runtime. 0.001. And because the drag value is such, we're going to do a range of, range of 0 to 0.1. Whoops. All right. All right. Let me just make sure that if I make the drag faster, it goes up. Yeah. And if we do 0, let me stay forever. Okay. So we'll do 0.02. Is that? Oh. 0.002. All right. All right, so we need a few things here. 0.02. What were the few things? These explosions, I want to hear them. In space, you can hear explosions. It's the law. So our explosion prefab is this. It should have audio source on it. 3D. Right, spatial 3D, yes. Max distance 5,000. 1,000. Still can't hear it. What if we're really close? Oh, we got hit. Ah, shit. Well, now I think we're just married to a thing. Yeah, I need to do the whole get hurt. In space, you can hear explosions. But the distance is too... linear roll-off. All right, that'll work. For now, at least. I just wanted to hear him. Now, let's do a shield. I have a cool shield particle. Also, these asteroids. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, actually? Motion. That's going to be target. Header. Start settings. And then we're going to do header spawn settings. We're going to do a separate thing for the target and the spawn. I'm going to do the target's going to be within there, but then the spawn position is going to be further out. So that all of them should start out fairly far and be coming closer to the player. We call this random target position radius and spawn position radius and position randomly is going to be random spawn position radius. All right. So now let's go to our prefabs. Asteroid 1. Spawn saying will be at least 100 up to, say, 500 away. Let's see if that works. All right, now they are farther away. Whoa, this one was close, though. Too close. And we gotta change the, that was the other thing I wanted to change, the invincibility time for the asteroid is going to be 0.1, maybe 0.15 for all of these. And I want a debug log. Debug.log distance from player. Is that right? Random position magnitude? I guess it would be. See you, Greg. Thanks for the help. Yeah, it says, seems to be... Well, the closest one is 50. That doesn't seem right. I think this is wrong. I think my math here is wrong. Let's ask the AI. This is meant to... Okay, well, actually, we'll say this. Start by this. Random position is a random position that should... Oh... Yeah, I see. 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 Var player position equals that. Get a random position within a sphere, minimum. Yeah. Random position. How is this any different? Maybe because I was doing this. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the issue. Distance player equals that. Okay, we'll try that. We need music. I forgot to actually look at my debugs. All right, they were all over 100. All right, so now we need to track are these? Hold on. Are these something we can edit on the space turret? Interior details. Gauge 1, gauge 2. Gauge 1. Screen. Is this literally mother effer? This is the problem with some stuff from the asset store. Hard-coded values. I get it. They provide a thing, but it's fine. Whatever. All right. I think our distance player is working now. I think my issue was I just was saying Y to 0. Oh, hello, Rage Run Games. How are you? All right. Now we need to track points. I think what I'm thinking is that this demo game is just going to be like a number of levels where you just get points for the number of asteroids you destroy, and you're going to destroy. You have to destroy a certain number before time runs out or something. I'm okay. I'm excited about this little demo game. It's fun. I'll find a little side project. I'm not sure because the thing is that the asteroids are going all over the place, so they're going to leave the sphere. And eventually there's going to be bad guys. All right, so let's just do the start of we're just tracking points, I suppose. How are we going to do this? We're going to do management, mouse visibility. Let's do a new one here. We'll call it, what would we call it? Score. And public bool or public int score. Int score. Oh, we can't do score. Score tracker. Score manager. All right, so score public void, not void, void add points. Value int value equals 1. Score plus equals value. All right. Seems like a good start. And where's our UI speed? I'm going to do another one. Public class UI score. Score manager, blah, blah, blah. It knows. It knew everything. Exactly what I wanted to do. All right, UI score. And change this to, whoops, UI speed. Move this to its own thing. Canvas, speed, score, score 0. Yeah, I was getting confused because I had the wrong one there. All right, score this, and we don't have a score manager yet. Score manager. All right, and then projectile pool manager. So we're going to do a few things here. Or what are we going to do, actually? Good point. What are we going to do? Asteroid is that. All right, so we're going to say header options public int points equals 1. Public int money equals 1. Got hit. So we're going to make a new override for our player. I'm going to call this well, I'll just make it here. It's going to be asteroid player actor. Move to its own. And what are we going to override? We're going to override the register hit. Base.got hit, or register hit rather. Projectile. Actor. Basic projectile. Projectile. All right. And then header asteroid plumbing public score manager add points, actor dot. Oh, we're gonna do actually. So if our asteroid is actor as asteroid, actor dot points. Where are we doing here? Where we got here? Points. Why can't we get that? Ah, because of that. If asteroid equals null, then return. Otherwise, we get the points. And score manager dot add money, asteroid dot money. Public int money. And then we're going to do one other public int bank. And deposit money into the bank. There you go. It knew what I was going to do. All right. So at the end of the round, you'll see how much money you made, and then you'll deposit that, and then you can spend it, right? I'm actually using two. You should ask during the game. I'm interested what the other folks think. I'm using two. I'm using Rider AI, but I'm also using GitHub Copilot. So the stuff that's being autofilled is Copilot. But I do use Rider AI, and I use ChatGPT. And it's funny because I use them all in different places. Well, I use these two here. I use ChatGPT sometimes here too, but I also use ChatGPT on my phone to ask random questions. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to call this Asteroid Player Actor. Remove this and see if everything still works. I don't know if it will. Did we just screw everything up? Seems to be working. All right, now let's hook up the stuff. Wow, the score wasn't being debug.log. Add score and money. I don't know if that was actually working because the score didn't seem to be updating, did it? Really? It has a chat in there as well? It appears to not be working. Debug.log. Asteroid is null. Asteroid is null. Let's see. It's not even doing it. Asteroid Player Actor. Oh, we don't have a score manager. There's that. But that shouldn't have been it. Oh. There we go. We have to... Whoops. I didn't make these virtual. I should have done that for this exact reason. I made some of them virtual, but not all of them. My bad. All right, we got some points going on here. They still appear to be going in a straight row. Like I am just lining them up here. Alright, well I got 71 points. That means I destroyed 71 of them. But they appear to be lined up in a row. So, are these actually being... Where's spawn force? Now we will use Writer's AI. It appears that the children being spawned by this asteroid, which are also asteroids, are just in a line rather than moving in different directions. Does rotate randomly work, etc.? And find out. Oh, interesting. So this would replace the rotate randomly, which is what I was trying to do before too. But let's see if it works. See, they still appear to be going on a line, right? Yeah. Left and right. Yeah. None of them go up and down. Okay, they seem to only go one of two directions on a line. This is in 3D space, but none seem to go up, down, or forward, back, if that makes sense. The other thing I should check is make sure that this start, yeah. This part, let's see. Let's make sure these are set properly. These should all be false, yeah. So since they're all false, they should, on start, be only doing it if they're true and they're all false. All right. What's the difference here? It's the same thing. Anything you can see wrong with the children being spawned, Currently, they seem to only go one of two directions on a line rather than anywhere in a 360 sphere. Okay. Wow, this is a much more complicated method. Phi, cosine theta, and theta. That seems... That's true. Let's find out that too. Whoops. All right, we're going to abandon that. Random direction is... Okay, let's see. This should give it... Yeah, it should be random direction. Let's print out the debug.log. Random direction. Let's just see what we get here. I mean, I'm no scientist, but those look like they're fairly random. Yet still... Okay. Change of plans. This is what we're going to do. Instead, at the just spawned in this, we're going to say equals false or dot enabled false. What are we doing? Turn off rigid body. Is that how you turn it off? And then okay, or this. Let me So what if we actually just let physics do it? Because they all have rigid bodies. I did turn that off, right? Yeah. So they all have rigid bodies. So they should just kind of go their own way. Yet they don't. Position the new the asteroid randomly 5 meters from the parent. Exactly 5 meters from the parent. That's not right, though, right? Because that could be... Add force to all objects within 10 meters. No, we're not going to do it like that. That. Or do we, how do I do a rigid, is this add explosion force from this? Applies a force to a rigid body that simulates the force of the explosion. The center. Explosion radius there. Oh, I see. Okay, so we can actually do this up here. Okay. Let's try that. Also, why are we able to... This isn't right. Auto property. New object asteroid. Okay. Let's try that. That was a lot. Wait, what's this? I'm just reading the chat, Tech Dave. I'll have to go back to that. Let's see if this worked. The chat was hidden by another window. That was weird. It's a lot easier to shoot than that. And no references. Okay, that's... None of this is working right. Okay. Undo. Undo all sorts of things. All right. Spawn force. 84. Add force random direction. See ya. See, you're in a... Now you've just shown that you don't live in the U.S. because you said later tonight. Uh, and that's not for till tomorrow morning. That's not for 15 hours. Although, I think Wyman said it might happen. We'll see. He might be busy. But we'll see. What was it going to be? Chat.openai.com. This code. It's supposed to apply force in a random direction. Does it? It doesn't appear to be. It's odd because the children I spawn using this method always seem to be on a plane/line. They don't go in all directions. Let me show it the whole code. This one's annoying me now. Man, I don't know. I might need to take a break here because this is annoying, you know. Because this is exactly the way I would expect to do it. Random direction, add a force in that direction. Okay, where's spawn force? We're gonna make it 100. Just for now. I don't know. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Oh, that one did more random. Oh, god damn it. God fucking damn it. Do you know why it always looks like it goes in a line, I think? There's only 3 of them. Is that why? Wait a minute. If that's why, I'm going to be extra annoyed because then it's all on me. Is that why? Let's do more. Let's make it children to spawn is going to be 6. Nope. Still in the line, so never mind. Honestly, my only thinking, because the directions seem to be random. No, but I don't think that would work. I'll try it, Tech Dave 99. But I don't, because force is applied over time. My best thinking right now is that they're colliding with each other, and that's somehow causing them to all go in a line. That's why I was thinking I would just create them and then that's that. So how about this? Let's do it. We'll not erase a lot, but we'll just change tactic a little bit. We're going to create them. We'll just comment that out for now, and then add explosive force. We're going to do crazy force. Explosion radius is going to be 50. Whoop, not that. Okay, explosion radius, yeah, 50. We're just going to go crazy. I need to make have these show a distance. See, they're still none of the they're not going in 3D space. Why are they not going in 3D space? That one looked a little bit more right. Whoa. Why did Premiere just open? That's weird, right? I must have pressed it down here when I was clicking things. Let me make sure I understand what this is. Add explosion force. This should apply to all rigid bodies within the radius. Is that right? Okay. I don't know. It seems that all the objects go in a direction along a line, one of the two directions. Okay, then position the new object randomly 5 meters around the parent. We'll do that again. And then see if that does the trick. Oh, maybe. Let's find a different one. Is there a close one? Oh, there is. Alright, so the random part happened. The force part didn't seem to happen. Just blow them all up now. Debug.log. There are within 100 meters there is objects. Let's find out if we are doing that. $15 objects. And the force seems minuscule, so let's do 10,000 force. Debug.log spawn force times 10,000. That's ridiculously high. Alright, well that spawn force is clearly not working. This force is crazy high. It seems to have no effect on the objects. I can confirm via the debug that some objects are in the area. Ooh, the mass of the objects. What is this apply upwards modifier? Oh yeah, we don't want to do that. What are the masses? Mass is 500. Could that be why? Maybe. Let's change this to be just 1. Okay. I'm not sure if that was actually working. It appears to be, but is it actually? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe that was the issue. What if they all have a mass of 1? Okay, we'll make this one. This one will be 1.5. The bigger ones should be more massive, but whoops. All right, it seems better. All right, we're gonna change now our math here to remove this times 100. I'm gonna see what happens when I move this and do that, and then on our asteroid, make our force much higher. Force 10,000. That seems too high though, really. Well, that's probably too high. Or something. I don't think it's actually working. I don't know. Like, it is exploding now, but like this one didn't seem to explode much at all. Doesn't seem to apply the force uniformly. It makes me wonder if they're just colliding with each other. Let's test this. Make the force 0. Why was it saying spine force 10? I'm missing it. Yeah, see? It's still going even without spine force. Which is weird. I don't know. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break. That was fun. That was enough though. That was 3 hours, so yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go to the store and buy a masonry bit for a drill, so I can drill a hole in the planter I built, so that I can put some PVC pipe in, so that later one day I can add drip irrigation and lighting, but not yet. That'll be later one day. I just want to put the pipe in there so that I can add it later after filling it up with dirt. Yep, that's what I'm going to go do. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all another time. Bye-bye.